All right, B9 is your gate, Baker 9, downstairs one level, and off you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
After landing in Zurich, we took a 3.5-hour train ride to the village of Zermatt. We arrived at 8:30 p.m. after 24 hours of travel from Salt Lake City. We checked into our hotel and were eager to see the views the next morning. We got up early in order to get a head start on our first ski day. We had a small balcony off of our room and could see a little courtyard area, and if you looked very closely, you could see the tip of the Matterhorn poking up over the ridge. We quickly got ready for the day, ate breakfast at the hotel, and headed out to get started on our skiing. In order to access the ski resort, we walked a couple blocks from our hotel and entered this long tunnel that took you deep inside the mountain. At the end of the tunnel, there was a train or a funicular that would take us right up the inside of the mountain and out to where you could begin skiing.
Surrounded by mountains. What's over here, honey? I can't. Can you zoom in on my phone? Here it is in all its glory. Right there.
As we began skiing in Switzerland, I was absolutely fascinated by the efficiency and all the different types of the lifts that they had available. Throughout our entire time, we spent next to no time waiting in lines and were able to get onto the lifts in a relatively quick fashion. But as I show you a little bit about the area with a few clips, I wanted to tell you about how it all started and why it is that we ended up skiing in Switzerland in the first place. It all starts with our Ikon pass. As we began to explore the different locations, we realized that Switzerland was one of the choices. Having always wanted to go to Switzerland, we decided to make it work.
All right, so here we have a two-directional lift. So you can go up that peak or up that peak. It is technically the same lift, and it has a station right down here that you can get on and off of.
This particular lift had about 6 different stations as it took you all the way from the village to about 3/4 of the way up the mountain. It took a little while, but it was also covering a lot of space. At each station, you could get on or get off, depending on where it was you wanted to go and where it was you wanted to ski. This lift was the nicest and one of the newer lifts that they had at the location. Each gondola could hold about 35 people and went over some stretches that were very far from the ground, but also had some great views as it took you all the way to the summit where you could see 360-degree panoramic views of the Alps.
So this is down at the bottom. We're just locking up our ski boots for the night. So you come in here, it's really warm. You can see all the melted snow. All these lockers. So you got our stuff in there. There's a heater whirring. There's all these different racks to hold your boots to heat them up. We're just out for our evening walk. What's your favorite part so far, Bob?
Favorite part?
Yeah, point out what's your favorite part of the walk coming.
Probably the Matterhorn.
Where is it?
Right up here.
Look at that. You have this river that flows through all of the city center. Sunset in Zermatt. You can see the ski lifts still wrapping up, and you see way back there, that's the Gornergrat. Takes you all the way up to Matterhorn area. So people who don't ski have a way to get up there. It's hard to see way back there. Getting darker. Just so peaceful. Beautiful. And there's all these beautiful, well, they're mostly old homes. There's one hotel in the mixture. But you can see how they used to be just these very narrow pathways between homes that you can meander up and down. It's just so pretty. Just silent. You heard the church bells ringing a second ago.
So the purpose of the stone is to protect critters and so forth and coming up into the living occupancy. More research should be done, but imagine if you're a mouse, you might be able to climb up some things that are pretty steep. But
what you can't do is you can't walk upside down. And that's what the stone does.
But you
Makes
told
it
me
like to go
about
from
the
here to
cheese.
here. Well, they probably have cheese in the house.
Oh,
Cheese,
I thought you said they kept it in the roots.
breads, maybe even meat as well in the house.
How many breads do we have for breakfast?
We had 8 choices, and I think we consumed, at least I did personally, 4 to 5 different types.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5.
No personal cars allowed in Zermatt, so you can take an electric taxi or an electric bus or walk. Some people have electric bikes, like a regular mountain bike or whatnot, but it has the battery and the motor on it, or just a regular bike even.
Two of our biggest travel tips have to do with food. We always try to get a hotel that has a breakfast so that we can eat as much as we need to there to start the day and save ourselves on food costs throughout the rest of the day. We also try to take advantage of the local grocery store and get some snacks, sandwiches, and maybe something that's unique to the local area in order to enjoy that for some of our other meals. We also went to one of the restaurants in the village and tried the local favorite fondue.
This morning we are going to Italy. We're going to get on the gondola and we're going to ride all the way to the summit. It'll be almost an hour of riding in the gondola, and then we're going to ski down on the longest trail in all of Europe. It's 13 miles. All the way from the top, all the way down to a little town in Italy, and then we'll ski over there for a little bit, we'll have lunch, and then we'll come back.